Afternoon. Welcome to the final Scorched Earth Cave, artifact of the Destroyer. Get a little look at the map there. As we move along, well, it's located at 79.8, 81.3. You can kind of see it here on the map. And it's a little ruined out church, I guess, is what you might call it, if it could be called that. And the entrance is a crouch entrance, so obviously that limits a lot of dinos you can bring in with you. It's dark. If you're really into immersion, make sure you bring things to light it up. As we go inside here, I've got it, I think, at Gamma 4. But again, if you're into immersion, you're going to see when I take a little look at the lovely structure, just how dark it is. So what I'm bringing with me is some pretty run-of-the-mill ghillie gear. Nothing too special there. Obviously water, food. I like preserving salts just because some of those brews are really hard to make. Grappling hooks. Quite a few rockets. Sword, crossbow, mediocre shotgun, decent sniper, rocket launcher, stim juice, medical brew, water, meat, and the brew that makes you immune to the super rabies, which I don't end up needing. It's very expensive. If you wanted, you could just get away with med brew and let that super rabies time out. So here I changed the gamma just to give you an idea on just how dark the map is. It's also quite beautiful, the cave inside here. There's an explorer note there. And quite an interesting cave. I decided this time to use a 95% shotgun. I think it's a journeyman shotgun. It's really not that good at all. And you can see that it's kind of a headache when just using it. Obviously for the rock golems, or in this case, I think we end up facing mostly the rubber golem. Sorry, rock elemental is what I meant to say. But we end up against the rubber golem at least 2 or 3 times in this little battle. One of which you don't see because it's on the way out. Here comes the first one. And really the explosive arrows, or in my case I use the rocket launchers, the way to go. And it's a bit of a headache. Dodging and weaving is pretty important, as always, knowing your line of retreat. Some of the dinos that you're going to end up seeing in here is the Achatina, the Arthropluera, the Mantis, Megalania. I think I've just killed one. Onyx, which is why we like the antidote. Rubber Golem, Titanoboa. That's probably the main. There's some snails. That's probably the main dinos you're going to see. And this cave, without using a sniper rifle, there's a little edit there just because I shut down Discord. Basically didn't miss anything at all. Just healing up after the battle. This cave, because I use a majority shotgun, and I'm kind of aggroed. What happened, I did the cave really perfectly the first time. Had a great video, and for whatever reason, while recording, the sound glitched the tiniest bit. So 8 minutes into the video, the sound of my gunshots don't actually line up with the gunshots. So I kind of get aggroed a bit and have to redo it. And I fail the next 2 or 3 times, thanks to a rubber golem that gets me in a section you're going to see soon where it almost gets me again. So I'm a little bit triggered actually while I'm doing this cave. And as a result, I kind of push it with the shotgun. Because I wanted to show you that, you don't need an open sniper for a cave. I generally bring them just to make it easier to do them for the walkthrough purposes. But this cave is very doable with a crappy shotgun, and even in my case I'm playing on tilt, fully triggered, not following many of my own rules, just trying to shoot everything in sight. And I only get more tilted as I go, actually. This cave just bugged me because it's not that hard. I should have been able to finish it relatively easily. I had it perfect the first time, spent hours editing the video, and only realized after the voiceover that there was a problem with the sound. And then, failed so many times. For me, too many times, 2 or 3 times doing it again. So, if you're doing this alone, as far as my health, I have about 420. Stamina 3 something, torpor is about 24, speed's 122, weight is 340. So I'm a level 105. If you're gonna do it with less, no problem. Chop a bit of weight, chop a bit of stamina, chop a bit of health, I would say keep that torpor up there. I mean, quite a few times here I get hit by those Titanoboas because I'm really rushing things. And the torpor at least helps me stay awake long enough to use that stim juice, which is pretty gosh darn important. The med brew is a don't go without it. I think I bring up maybe close to 40 and I literally could have used more. I barely make it out of the cave. Mainly because I'm so aggressive and I'm doing it with a really crap box shotgun. So as we continue, this cave is very easy not to get lost in. You can go right or left. I believe the first time around we go down the left and I come back up the right. Kind of checking my flanks there. The bats are an issue. You're going to want to watch for them. The bats and the mantis really cause the most problems in this cave, and there are a lot of dinos. So you're going to need a decent amount of ammunition. Watch your reload times, and the pressure can come from a few different directions. So the only real upside is that it's fairly easy to find your way. You really only have 2 paths. I believe there's only the 1 dossier up there. And there's quite a few loot drops, loot crates. I don't really bother with any of them. Because the purpose isn't to show you how to get a loot crate. We all know how to do that. But just to kind of give you the confidence to go through the cave. Because, I mean, I'm doing it more or less like an idiot here. And I still managed to get her done. So I know that there's those bats and other things behind me. But we're going to deal with them on the way out. And just keep continuing to push it as fast as I can. And as a result of pushing it fast, I get in trouble repeatedly in this cave. Just under a lot of stress. Kind of wanting to pull out my sniper, but I promised myself I'd do it with just the shotgun. So, you know, you never break a promise to yourself. A lesson in life, if you can. So things go, you know, as good as they can go in this situation. You just see the mantis are relentless. They're fast. Obviously, they jump at you. It's not something you want to mess around with. And just the sheer amount of dinos. I don't know how much ammo I use, but quite a bit. You're going to want to make sure that the weapons you bring are somewhat durable. Grappling hooks are a big help in a couple situations in this map. I don't actually use them this time around. I used them the first time. Instead, I go with the crazy jumps, and we'll see where when I said I'd done it before and had no problems and then did it again and had problems, we're going to see where I had those problems pretty soon. Well, here's where you can get in trouble a little bit with the oryx or bats. I'm getting a good distance, getting some pressure on me a little bit. He came out of nowhere. Gotta watch for that. Level 120 as well. The good thing about those, their armor is garbage, so sometimes takes 1, maybe 2 shots to kill them, which is great. But if they hit you with their poison, you lose all your armor. So that ghillie suit just evaporates. It might even be faster on flak because it's made of metal. This is just a mountain of headaches. A nice variety of problems right there. And my reload management could be better. I start kind of getting at least that aspect in order halfway through, but there are times... Oh, another reason I'm triggered for whatever reason. It's just arc related. Most times to shoot my shotgun, I've got to hit my mouse button twice. The first time I push the button, it doesn't react. Not sure what the situation was there. That's just arc some days. I really doubt it's an issue with my mouse. I don't have that problem in any other game. And here we go with another rock golem. Sorry, I keep calling them rock golems. Rubber golem. Rubble golem. Generally find them mostly at level 15, but you catch the odd one that's a little bit higher. I don't know if shotgunning that stone did much, but you know, one thing you gotta watch for, you're gonna see it happen to me later on, when you're using these rockets inside a cave, and knowing the way hit markers work on arc, a slight miss, and if it hits that, like say an example, that little crystal piece or whatever you want to call it, the crystal spike there, it'll hurt me real bad. So there you go. I said they're mostly level 15. That's a 130. That's the highest level one I've ever seen in my 4 trips in this cave. Most of the times I've killed them, they're level 50. Now, this is the worst spot on the map. It's the auto death if you fall down. Most cases when I've fallen and I tried to use my grapple to hit the ceiling and hold on, I couldn't. Zipline, power zip lines, you know, motorized zip lines are an option in here. Get them on aberration. I do it the old-fashioned way, and here's where the trouble always begins. It's the trouble that killed me multiple times. If you have a sniper, kill those guys on the right. The rubble golem spawns generally right about now. And the escape route's garbage. If you get hit with a stone by that rubble golem, it can knock you right off of the cliffs. There he comes, and you know, desperation jumps going back. I'm in a pretty heavy panic here because this is where I've died twice, so I just don't want to die again. It's a lot of gear, just a lot of gear. If I die, it's 2 or 3 days before I can film again. With the limited time I have to get all the gear back, you know, it's a headache. And he won't come out until I'm nice and close. So there, my rocket shot at him too early. I wreck all my armor. I almost fall off the side of the cliff. It's just intense. It's a really intense place to have to fight one of these things. And oh, he fell, I think. Maybe he's not coming. Oh no, of course he's coming back. Those guys can also fly. Don't let physics confuse you. He's made of rocks. He has no wings. He probably weighs about 40 ton, but he can just simply climb right out of that hole somehow. I mean, I guess he hit a ledge. I don't know, but either way, I was really happy he's dead. This is a difficult part of this cave. So, you know, do your best. But you can see the rocket launchers get the job done. I've never tried it with explosive arrows. It's something they mentioned on the wiki. So that's okay. Now, I believe all my armor's gone. So the next issue I'm going to have is temperature problems. You could offset that with Freya. Because I'm so nervous, you know, I preach a lot about knowing my line of retreat. I'm too nervous to use it here. So I decide instead just to hold my ground and fight. That gives me some hard times. Just swing and a miss a couple times here. I'm taking a lot of damage. Health is way lower than I want it to be. And of course it's the 135. Couldn't have been a 15 there. Had to be one of them. Now I'm getting really close to the artifact. It's up in that building you see straight ahead. And just kind of trying to get there in one piece. Used a significant amount of my med brews already. I don't think I have any armor left at all. The artifact we're going to be picking up here is the artifact of the Destroyer. And you also get, I find, a really cool sword skin. So it's worth the run. It's a lot of fun. In all honesty, had I been a little less triggered when I did it, I probably would have enjoyed it more. But I felt like the cave was something I should have been able to handle easily. And my first video run of it was just so perfect, so textbook, that I was just kind of didn't want to do it again. And then I tried it again and I died, and I tried it again and I died. Now it just happens it's Saturday morning when I do this, so my Discord and Steam are lighting up, my phone keeps buzzing, and I'm getting wrecked. Let's be honest, this is not the smoothest cave run I've ever done. But hell, I think this is a journeyman shotgun, so you know, if we can get it done with a journeyman shotgun, you guys should be able to do it pretty easily. And I'm getting close to the artifact. It's going to be another little battle before I can get to it. Come along right here. Few bats to clear up. I start, I guess, getting a little bit more cautious. And start pulling back a little bit more. Another thing that seems, and I don't know if it's the first time I noticed it was in the Scorched Earth caves, but the Titanoboas seem to have strange hit markers. I don't remember that doing swamp in the island or caves on the island, but I've noticed if you've been watching all the Scorched Earth videos, the Titanoboas miss a lot with the shotgun. Sniper to the face doesn't seem to be a problem. But the shotgun, like, boom, that didn't look like a miss to me, neither did that, right? And both those shots missed, so something to be aware of. Wild card at work. Seen better hit markers in Pokemon. Anyways, so off we go with these last two bats. This will pretty much clear my way to the artifact. Get a look at that fancy sword. Guess I decide I want to clean this up first. Which makes sense, you know, you don't want to be in there getting your artifact and all of a sudden these guys are chomping on you. There we go. It's a really great, nice looking room. One thing about this cave in particular, I like all the Scorched Earth caves just because they're different. But I really found the architecture in this cave is great. So here's our sword skin. We're going to take a look at that. Might as well. Yeah, so we're no armor. You know, things are rough. Low on the meds. Not super enthusiastic about the way this cave's going. I think this is my 4th run. So the first run success, video problem. Run number 2, 3, and maybe 4. This could be my 5th run. And each death was related to that rock golem. Now, as for the rest, I'm not going to bother showing all of it. I go home up the left. There's nothing too complex about it. We see another rock golem. There's one right off the bat. I'm going to battle him up and then probably just cut the video because it's really just nothing left at the end. It's dinos and fighting the exact same thing you saw on the way there. No real complications. Just, you know, it's the same thing. Shoot, aim, back up, reload. Nothing spectacular there. And here's where I kind of get a little concerned as I'm down to 4 med brews. Not the best. That's about it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is the final Scorched Earth cave. We'll be moving on to Aberration next to finish the 2 caves there. Then back to the island to finish it off. Then we'll have done all the caves and we'll be off to Extinction to do those caves to hopefully complete the series. So thanks so much for watching. Y'all know how to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. Have a great day.